I would describe my life as just trying to find like the next thing or find happiness, or at least what the world considered to be happiness, like at all costs. When I was younger, my relationship with God and church was sort of limited to Easter and Christmas services at church. I did go to a Catholic school, and I think I had an idea of who God was, but I definitely didn't have a relationship with Jesus. I think when the world started to change for me was in high school. I started dating, having friendships, and with that came betrayal from friends, girlfriends cheating on me, and I think it was sort of the perfect combination to want to party and have an exciting time in high school and avoid any pain. It led to being my only outlet in life, for dealing with pain. It also became sort of my idol. It was like, what would I do at the end of a weekend? Well, I would go party and go drink. My life around it as a result was really just starting to fall apart in so many different ways. I was just doing whatever I could to feel good. As long as I was taking care of myself today and feeling good in that particular moment, then I didn't have to worry about, what was gonna happen the next month or the next year. I didn't have a plan for the future, so I've just focused on, happiness at all costs, feeling good at all costs. There came a point where I didn't want to do anything without drinking before, and I would just find every excuse to, whether it was watching a hockey game on Tuesday night, well, that became an opportunity for me to be able to drink. It was just constantly trying to feed that craving at all times. Living that lifestyle eventually led just to me completely isolating myself and keeping people as far away from me as I could, so that I wouldn't be held accountable for the things that I was doing. I could just sort of keep people as far away as I could, just so that they wouldn't see what was going on with me. I think I knew that I needed to change when I just looked at my life around me and I was just out of options. I had tried getting a better job. I tried traveling and going on vacations. I tried getting a new vehicle or whatever it was, and none of it worked. What sort of came back to me was all those times, praying at the dinner table, all of those Easter services, those church services, what I had heard about God, all of that sort of was still written on my heart. And so I knew that I wanted to give church a try, at least. Where did I find it? I searched best churches in Edmonton or churches in Edmonton, and someone commented somewhere, try Celebration Church. So November in 2019, it was my first time at Celebration Church, and I just remember it being so exciting, something so new. I'd never seen a church like this before. When I first heard that God has a plan for me, I could be forgiven of everything in my past and start fresh, I 100% took that. My view of God changed from this idea of this God who was just so far from me, who had this list of rules that was, ready to judge me, that I had previously just turned my back on and tried to run away from as far as I could. And it turned into this God who I could have a relationship with through Jesus, and I was able to understand the importance of who Jesus is and what he did for us. That first Sunday left such an impact on me that I just did whatever I could to find out more about it. I got a Bible and started reading it. I was listening to worship music. I joined connect groups. I was serving. I just did whatever I could to get more of Jesus in my life. Part of that was wanting to get baptized and making that decision for myself to just get closer to God and doing whatever I could to get more of Jesus in my life. After getting to know God more and growing in my relationship with Jesus, the urge to want to use drugs or alcohol was completely gone. I just woke up with this purpose of, being able to bring hope to people, or being able to at least share, my experience of being in such a dark place with no hope. My life now is incredible. It's something that I could have never dreamed of before, that I could never have imagined. And I realize now that this was the life that I had been chasing for so long. This was a life that I wanted. And I was able to receive it once I gave my life to Christ and put all of my trust in him.